Hey, crypto heads, it's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show. Welcome to another episode of just us hanging out, shooting the shit.
Yay.
Yep, getting ready for the big storm. It's supposed to be blowing through Ohio here tonight and then tomorrow and Saturday morning.
I'm over it.
Hopefully, all you have been keeping warm and staying out of the mess out there. But yeah, here we are. How's things going tonight?
It's good. I've first of all, I have some bad news. I gave away the keys to the creepy old house today.
No,
The new owner has it. I know. You're really sad.
I know. It's all right. We weren't really going to buy it, but it was nice to pretend.
Right.
And I could still be jealous.
But yeah, just trying to stay warm. I realize that in my old age, I am getting to be such a baby about the cold weather. I can't handle it.
Man. I can't handle it at all.
No, I'm like fully bundled up inside my house.
Yeah. I've noticed it too. And I'm out in it most of the day, so just like being out in it, I mean, I come home, I'm covered in road salt because you just can't get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just coated, and my hands are so dry and cracking, and it's like my mouth and my throat are dry and sore. It's like it's horrible.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know there's snow coming, but I guess it's supposed to be like back up in the 50s by the end of next week. So
yeah.
So tons of flooding. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, right.
Like messing me up, man.
Yeah.
Messing my sinuses up and shit.
Yeah, it's no fun. I mean, I've had some horrible. Actually, had a nosebleed the other day. That was real fun. It's just so dry. It's horrible.
Tina hasn't left the house in a week. That's the way to do it, Tina.
Yeah, I wish.
We should legally be allowed to hibernate in the wintertime.
Right.
I'd be for that.
Right?
Yep. I don't know if it's been affecting all your guys' aches and pains too, and just like making them 10 times worse.
Right. Everything's 10 times worse.
Yeah. Tired as hell. I just want to crawl into bed as soon as I get home.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fun stuff. That's what we love winter, right? Why do we fucking live in Ohio anymore?
But school's canceled tomorrow.
Already, yep.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Right there is bullshit, man. You should have to get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, listen to that goddamn radio.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that. We're being huddled around like we're ready to go. Our backpacks are on.
And wait for your school not to be called to be pissed off.
Right.
That's the way it should be.
I'm a little bit younger, so I had to watch the TV, like the ticker at the bottom of the news, and it would go by county and then alphabetical order by the city. And
aren't you guys all nice?
You have to watch it.
We listened to WNIR every morning. That was what we listened to.
Now I got 2 emails, a call, a text, and it was posted on Facebook from the school. That school will be canceled tomorrow.
Yeah. I was telling Denise before we signed in, it was so funny because the reason we started late because my daughter Piper had a jazz band concert. They were freaking amazing, by the way. I'm so proud of her and them. But right in the middle of her set, her jazz band set, because there's 4 of them, everybody in the whole auditorium, their phones were going off and crazy, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" The director was just about to start the music, and he turned around because he heard it. He just did one of these. He's like, "Go ahead," and everybody started like screaming and cheering and like, "Okay." It's like, "Okay, can we get back to the show, please?" Yeah. But it was just funny because we all sat. It was like it kind of reminded me of Potographs when we all got that blizzard alert at the same time, and then the electric went out.
That was so eerie.
That was traumatizing. But yeah,
it was
awesome.
It was like real zombie apocalypse shit happening.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was in Portage, so I got a few before you, but they had to get all through Cuyahoga County, and
I was in Lake, so it's pretty good.
Yeah. I was in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So you were right before me.
Yeah,
but back in my day with the radio, it really didn't go as far as it does now. Like I wouldn't know about Toledo schools. You know what I mean? Like it would just been like the ones just in the like Oak Harbor or Clinton, Fremont.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So it wasn't really like they didn't do it by counting. I think they did it just alphabetical. I think they just straight out just said the shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we listened to WNIR. It was Stan Pyatt, and we just he would only do local schools because it was like just Akron, Summit, and Portage County. So we didn't have to wait that long. But I remember when it switched over to the TV, like I think like around our senior year. And that's where we got everything. But anyways, enough about that. Yeah, John, I'm ready for spring.
I agree.
Very ready.
I'm just old and grumpy about the weather these days.
It's just like I want to get out ghost hunting, but I really don't want to deal with the cold. Like I can't even think about it.
I have no desire to go ghost hunting unless there's heat involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No desire. I don't know what happened to me. I maybe it is the oldest. Like I said, I'm 1 year away from 50, so I got you guys.
Nice.
So
yeah.
I'll be 41 in a week.
Oh, shut up. So
I'm
no,
looking
the 26th, so like 2 weeks.
Be 47 in July.
So like like if it's not heated, I'm not putting myself out there anymore, man.
No.
Well, except
I can't do it.
Like we had to go to Fairfield last year. I'm not going to pass those opportunities up.
Right.
Well, no. I mean, I don't think anybody has seen me so bundled up. I mean, I had a couple layers on, and like I kept switching between a winter hat and my regular hat, and like both at one time, and yeah, that hurt, but it was fun.
Thought we were gonna drive. We were gonna die on Rainbow Drive.
Right. Yeah, his GPS took us this weird ass like back road, Rainbow Drive.
It's just curves and hills.
I know. I was having flashbacks to driving to Trans-Allegheny.
Right.
When I thought we were gonna die.
Oh yeah, we all did. I told you I made my piece.
Because our teammate Julie was just flying around those curves, and there was construction.
Yes.
So like around the curve, you never knew if there was going to be a truck just sitting there in the middle,
or a guy with a flag.
Yeah. And those guys were just sitting there literally in lawn chairs with like a sign. Just like, be careful. Like, okay, thanks. But we made it. And Trans-Allegheny was amazing.
I don't know how we made it. Luck. Luck was with us that day.
Yeah.
It paid off. We had a big payoff at the end. It was a good time.
Yeah.
So what's up in the paranormal world? Have you been to Madison at all recently?
No.
No.
It's cold there.
That's true. I would imagine it's pretty slow there at the moment.
Yeah, but it's also winter pricing, so.
What's the winter pricing again?
It's like half off.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, so it might be worth it on like the 50 degree day.
Right.
Right.
Even though you know it's still gonna be like 10 degrees inside the building. But you know.
Yeah.
Still
you should get a badge if you survive the building after a certain temperature.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We had a team come in. It was like a family planned it, 6 months in advance for a time when everybody was going to be in town, which happened to be around Christmas time. And the snow was terrible. That was the day we got 58 inches of snow in one night. And they still came. They were like,
yeah,
we're not going to be in town anytime soon, together. So we're still going to come. I'm like, all right.
If I had a decent car, like I wouldn't mind, but like my car sucks in the snow. I miss having a truck with 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, I was driving Richie's truck with 4-wheel drive, and I kind of made a path for them in the driveway. And I had called him and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. He's like, just turn on 4-wheel drive. You'll make it. And I sent him a picture. I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, just put it in 4-wheel drive and gun it. So I'm on the phone with him and I was like, I feel like I'm floating.
It's fun, isn't it?
I made it. I mean,
yeah,
whatever.
I remember when I had the little S10 trying to get anywhere in the winter.
Oh yeah,
that was fun.
That doesn't happen.
I had like 200 pounds of sand in the back and it still slid like an ice skate.
Well,
hey, Holly's on, everybody.
What are you doing?
Guess what I'm
Holly?
doing? Let's play guess what Holly's doing. I'm gonna
say for Snowmageddon
making
24.
I'm gonna say naked snow angels. Huh? No.
I said making dream catchers. That was at least.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Nice. Come on.
What's up, Sage?
Look at these fools. What's up, Sage? We were just talking about the freezing adventures at FCI. You invited us on that we had a blast at. Talking about how the cold hurts when we're investigating. Oh, you're working out. You're on the treadmill, right? Sweating to the oldies.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
Richard Simmons.
Oh my gosh. Do you know that they are saying that Richard Simmons never wore a headband, like a sweatband?
Never? Is that one of those
Mandela effects?
Mandela effects?
Yeah.
I don't think I see him with a headband in my head.
I guess you're from a different timeline then.
I don't know. My mom used to watch him religiously, and it's so weird because this just was on the radio. They talked for like a half an hour on the radio about Richard Simmons because I guess Pauly Shore is doing like a biopic of him. He's playing Richard Simmons, and I guess Richard Simmons, like the last 20 some years, has been like a recluse in his house, and everybody thought he was dead until he put out a Twitter. But
no, he's just chilling.
Yeah, right. I remember my mom was totally into him. She was buying all his tapes, watching it. He had a talk show. I remember my mom watching that, and then she bought that Deal-A-Meal. I don't know if you guys remember
Deal-A-Meal.
Yeah, where you like put the cards of everything you ate, and that's how you calculated like what you were eating for the day.
Yeah,
she had all that shit. But
I remember that.
Paranormal.
I remember that.
Talk about paranormal. That guy's a interesting fella.
Yeah.
He's just at home chilling, man.
Yeah, he said he just lives in his house with his staff, and he's like a freaking multimillionaire. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
If I had a big mansion, I would never leave. Why would I have to? I have people that can bring me stuff and do things that I need them to do.
Oh, wow, that's shitty. Amber said Richard Simmons
that's not
he
cool.
didn't give permission.
Yeah, that's not cool. It better be the unauthorized.
Right. I mean,
Richard Simmons.
That's like anybody could technically write a biography about somebody
and make it just anything they want.
Yeah, because especially when you're in the public eye, like your whole story is out there. Somebody just writes it down.
And they embellish parts of it to make it for the movie, so then you're all like, oh.
Right. That's shitty though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I think back, I kind of think I could think that I've seen him in one.
He did not have a headband on.
Yes, he did. Tina met him. Did you meet him? No.
Huh?
Did you meet him? Tina met him?
How do we know Tina met him?
Because she literally just said.
Is there a picture of Tina with Richard Simmons with the headband on? Then I'll believe it.
Send us a picture of you and Richard Simmons.
With the headband on.
Tina, go through your attic right now. We need to know.
Right. Like somebody Google it and Facebook it to me.
Oh gosh.
I mean, that's paranormal. That the whole Mandela effect thing.
It's crazy. It's so wild.
People trying to tell me that
I don't see him. I just see his curly hair, man.
No.
It's like I was having that discussion with Adam. We were all talking about. Yeah. He's telling me that Darth Vader never said, "I'm your father."
No. Yeah.
Luke, I'm your father. I'm like, what? And I've watched it a million times, and I swear to God, he still says it. But
because you hear it the way you think you should.
You're right.
And what's his name? Never said hello, Clarice.
What?
Come on. Never did.
Oh, I'm gonna kill myself watching these movies. Shut up, Zach.
But hello to me and Heisenberg.
Yeah. Get out here, Zach.
Yes, Darren. Of course I'm not ignoring you. I'll check.
She ignores me, so I mean, don't feel bad.
I don't even bother to text her or message her.
Yeah, you don't bother to text or message anybody, bro.
Do you guys actually message back and forth like you guys are talking?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we have important things about the show to talk about. Yeah.
Oh.
That's interesting. Tina lived in LA from 1979 to 91.
Tina's lived a life. She I could listen to her stories of her
Well, if she lived a life, she'd have a picture of her and Richard Simmons with the headband on.
True. That wasn't the day that was back in the day, way before, selfies were a thing.
Oh, bullshit. That's the day when they did everything so they could be
carried
like...
a Polaroid camera around with you.
Yeah. Back then you would have had to carry a camera around with you, and people didn't do that.
Oh, yeah, man. They did. They did.
I guess maybe if you lived in Hollywood. I mean, LA, but... But yeah, there's... Those conspiracy theories get me, man. Yes.
Yeah, like the whole... Did you ever get into the whole thing with the we didn't ever actually land on the moon? It was just a staged event. Mm-hmm. Do you buy into that, or do you think we actually landed on the moon?
You know, I really was like, I wanted to believe it for a long time that we did land on the moon. And then somebody pointed out something so obvious, and I felt like such a moron. Like, who filmed it? Who filmed it? Because
the other astronaut, right?
No, we've seen videos of them landing on the moon. Who was there with a camera?
Oh, we did not see videos of them landing on the moon.
Bet. Google it.
Google it.
You'll see a video.
What's up, Chris?
Oh my God. It might be a video, but it's not going to be a real one.
That's what I'm saying. Who knows what's real?
Well, see, they have a picture out the little triangle window of them approaching the moon.
Yeah, that was.
And then all of a sudden, everything's unloaded, and they're just romping around.
Well, according to Denise, they're out there with cameras,
right?
Yeah,
lining up the shot. A little bit to the left, Neil.
Right.
And then plus, I think it's crazy.
David, what's up, buddy?
We ask why aren't we going back to the moon? And they're like, oh, we don't have the technology. Get out of here. The technology that NASA had at the time could fit in this phone right now.
Why do we have to go back to the moon?
They could do what?
I said, why do we have to go back to the moon?
I don't know, because why are we not? We explore things more than once to learn them. You don't just oh, well, that was cool. Just never.
Well, they did more than one mission to the moon. Just not recently.
Yeah. I think it's crazy for them to say that we don't have the technology now.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's bullshit. You know that. Right. They know that's bullshit.
Right.
Right.
But they just
David, I am so jealous of you right now, man. We're about to get hammered with a storm.
They sent like you said, they sent people up there in the 60s.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They had no technology. A computer was as big as a room.
Yeah.
I'll be in St. Petersburg.
I'll be impressed when they land somebody on the sun. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
That would be a fun mission.
I think we'll all be impressed.
Hope you like it hot. No, they are trying to send a probe or something into the sun, or a satellite.
So yeah, I don't think they should fuck around with shit like that, man.
The closest to the sun.
Yeah, I don't think they should do that shit.
I think they're just trying to figure out when the fucker's gonna implode and kill us all.
I don't think it matters. Don't even tell me. Just let it happen.
Right, just let it happen. It's the same with the asteroid or meteor or whatever. Just
2036.
Just send out a notice, a universal, all around the world notice, hey,
you're fucked.
Nobody has to go to work tomorrow.
Right. It's an international worldwide holiday.
Yeah,
just enjoy time with your family.
Playing hooky, everybody. Just don't go to work. That's all I want.
Yeah. Oh, now David's he's rubbing it in, man. Oh, Annie, what's up? Let's probe a bologna sandwich and see what happens. That's Heisenberg's expertise.
No, it's not.
Yeah, David Alcorn said it's 75 degrees in Clearwater. God, I'd love to be on a beach right now.
And we shouldn't be fucking around with bologna either.
Okay, I'm just saying my tickets were $39 to fly to Florida. I'm just saying.
What the hell were you flying into?
Tampa.
That is a good route because that's when we went to Orlando last time. We went to Tampa, and it was cheaper for us to fly to Tampa and rent a car and drive to Orlando.
I decided that I wasn't gonna cut on Florida today.
Oh, that's nice. Well, that's good because that will lead us to. What do you think, Heisenberg?
We touched base a little bit on it last week. I watched the video a couple more times. I don't
know.
It's inconclusive.
Are you serious? There's no aliens. Inconclusive.
I just don't understand why like 50 million cops would show up for a fight between two kids.
Yeah,
50 million cops showed up.
Unless they were.
Yeah,
they showed up.
Not 50 million. Okay, maybe like 50 or
50 cops
50, actually.
Showed up.
Did you see the pictures of the line of cops that came?
There was a line.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Oh my God,
are you insane?
No, here's what I'm saying. There was like, you guys, it's all fake. It's that Tic Tac.
It was on the news, dude.
It was on the news too.
It was like live on the news.
No, it wasn't. What news? What news?
Florida news.
Florida news.
He's just grasping at straws just to give us.
Heisenberg's like, crap, I can't talk shit about Florida. I just said I wouldn't.
I just said I wouldn't.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, Tim, though. I mean, getting
what Florida news? What Florida news?
Oh my God.
Moving on.
What?
Anyways,
you just asked me.
Because I want to make my point.
I want to make mine too.
You
don't have one.
Tim, there's way too many things that are so bizarre about the whole situation that definitely make me think that it was something other than kids fighting. First of all, there was no videos of the kids fighting, which we all know kids love posting videos of themselves fighting on social media. Like two kids fight and 40 of them are there with their phones out recording the whole thing. Also, they shut down the airspace above Miami, and there was all those cops there for kids fighting. None of it adds up. But I can't definitively say that it was an alien, obviously.
No, because as usual, the only like actual like camera footage that was aiming at what was happening was so grainy, and it's just you couldn't really tell what was going on, besides like the highway just filled with cops around the whole area of the mall.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, because the police are what I was sent to an alien invasion.
Well, I mean, I don't know who else you send.
Huh?
I don't know who else you would send.
National Guard, maybe somebody with a little bit more of a military background there. Did they have any pictures of the National Guard or Army there?
No.
Because I find it hard to believe that the National Guard or Army wouldn't be at a spot where there was 9-foot aliens.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how fast they can get there.
Well, the 50 million cops were there to assess the situation.
That is true.
Apparently your dad built the test cables for the mission to Mars and NASA. For NASA. Nice.
Yeah.
Look, yeah.
That's my dad.
Yeah. See how I said it was on the news.
No, yeah, right. It was NBC News. Was that Entertainment Tonight?
Oh
no, it was the news. It was like the local news.
The local news.
Yes.
And the national news?
Well, I mean, obviously, yes. It was eventually on the national news after it was on the local news.
Because a lot of
oh my God.
Because 24-hour news stations don't just run automatically without somebody. I would think there'd be a lot more coverage there.
Darren agrees with you. He said it was all BS, media blowing things up as
usual.
Oh,
come on, man. You guys are letting me go. I was having fun.
No, eventually it's like a fight with my wife. I just agree to get her to shut up.
Right. I don't.
Just kidding. Sorry, honey.
Yeah,
sorry, honey. That's cute that she watches the show.
She never watches the show. Like, who was your special guest tonight? Obviously, you didn't watch, so what do you care?
Right. Yeah.
That's right, Darren. Right.
Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
That's just so weird.
Holly Googled it, so it's got to be true.
Just Google it.
Were the National Guard there, Holly?
I gotta go back to Dave because it's funny. TikTok videos are all real. All real.
Yep.
Right. Hey, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Lori. I met your daughter at Walgreens here in Stowe the other day.
That's crazy.
Random.
Well, no, she saw I had my Dark Alley Paranormal hoodie on. She's like, "Oh, you're into ghost hunting? My mom's a ghost hunter." I'm like, "Oh, really? What's her name?" She's like, "Lori." I'm like, "Lori Brawley?"
That's hilarious.
She's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Holy shit, I know her."
That's hilarious.
Like, did you see the Madison Seminary spirit board that I made that she won at the MadCon? She's like, "Oh yeah, it's so cool."
What a small world. That's why Heisenberg doesn't wear his shirts. His ghost hunting shirts, because then people will talk to him.
Yeah, right.
You're proving his point.
You sure are. But you like to talk to people.
Right.
Yeah. I think most of my hoodies are paranormal in some reason. It's either the show or the team. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I don't really wear my Pittsburgh Steelers hoodies around. So
yeah, I wouldn't.
As you shouldn't.
Get jumped.
It's pretty embarrassing.
I would think so.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, Browns and the Steelers both did great in that first round.
Oh my
God.
God.
See, the Browns were expected to go farther. You guys were playing with Mason Rudolph, so I didn't really think you guys had that much of a chance. Now, I was surprised.
We weren't expected to get into the playoffs, let alone
right. I don't even know how that happened.
Right.
Same Sage.
I think the shirt that gets the most notice though is the one, the Archives of the Afterlife, that paranormal museum.
Ooh.
It's got a picture of just an old picture of the Annie on the back of it. It's like an old picture. And people are like, "Why the hell do you have that on the back of your shirt?" I'm like, "It's a photo at this museum that's popular." It's like there's a bunch of stories behind it. They're like, "Oh, okay, I get it." Otherwise, people love this shirt. Even just random people are like, "That is so cool. I love logo." Then they start asking me if I believe in Bigfoot, and then trying to talk to me about Sasquatch, and
That's right. Go Baker. He deserves it.
That is so funny though. That is like serendipity, I guess.
Yes, he totally deserves it, man. I hope he wins the Super Bowl.
Going to the Ross house on Sunday. Any tips you can give me? I haven't been to the Ross house. I know it's right down the street from the Bel Air. But no, just do your thing, man. Just see what happens. I don't like telling people what to do.
Same.
For giving tips. I mean, everybody knows the basics of what ghost hunting is. So just see what works. You don't have to spend a bunch of money on technology. Just
maybe the plan should be not to have a plan.
Exactly.
Just do what you feel is right. Sometimes
but if you are going to make a plan, make sure it's an outline form.
Yeah, with an Excel spreadsheet and a PowerPoint presentation.
I was just gonna say, make sure you have one of those laser pointers that you could focus on.
Yes.
And print an itinerary for everyone on the team.
Right. And now we're 3 of the investigation. We're gonna break up into 3 groups of 5.
Man, I hope he's not sitting there going, shit. That's how he really does run his groups, and you're sitting here cutting them.
Right. What's up, Rev? Mr. Timothy Shaw.
You're like,
Oh, you're so cute, Nancy. She wears her
I love Mama Bear
shirts at assisted living. That's awesome.
She
Oh,
wore the Elizabeth Styles. That's awesome.
and told the whole story of Elizabeth Styles. That's cool.
Fun.
It is. I kind of nerd out about that stuff. Like I was just when I was giving the keys to those people who bought that spooky house.
Yeah.
I was telling them all about the research that I had done on the people who built it and their grave and everything else. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool." And I just like it because it's like that man's name has probably not been spoken in at least 150 years.
Right.
You know, same thing with Elizabeth Styles. Like, if we weren't sitting there telling her story, then that's it.
Right.
Like, nobody would ever talk about her again. So I love when
Right.
people do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially Elizabeth Styles. She was such a badass.
Right. Yeah, I don't mind talking to people. I mean, just at some point though, I'm like, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I gotta. Like, I'm grocery shopping. I gotta like get out of here.
Just trying to drop my kid off. I gotta go.
Right. There was one time I went to the grocery store and somebody said, I was checking out. The girl's like, "Are you the Goose?" Like, what? She's like, "Are you the Goose? I saw you at the Kent Paranormal weekend when you were up on stage." I'm like, "Oh shit, sweet."
Nice.
I'm like, "You want me to sign my autograph on something?" I mean, it'll only be $50, but you know, I don't have any headshots, but you know, $25 for a selfie. I mean, whatever you need.
Oh my God.
Whatever you have in your pocket.
Right.
I'll take that dime and that paper clip.
Right. I'll just buy that $50 off these groceries.
Peggy Goodell is the only one who has anything like signed by us, right? And we like,
so, yeah.
And we like, I wrote my name. Like, I didn't even
Right.
sign it because I'm an idiot. Like,
Denise Smith.
Oh gosh. It's wait. What? That's
she
crazy.
knows Elizabeth Styles? Interesting.
That's cool. That's cool. We'll have to get more information on that.
Yeah, for sure.
They're exclusive to Peggy Goodell.
Yeah. Just kidding.
And we kind of did it as a joke, but we did want to do something for Peggy that was like different that we hadn't done before. And we have like all kinds of merch. So we're like, what if we just print a picture and we gave it to her? And Holly, we wrote like ridiculous things on it, like we were signing a yearbook.
Yeah, we wrote yearbook things, or at least I rated you.
What's that?
Did you get this? I couldn't remember. One of us didn't do it because I like or did we all do it?
No, I think we all did it.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Mine was like, see you next semester or something.
I think I wrote like 95 rules or something.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I think I wrote, "Have a great summer, keep in touch." And then wrote my name, didn't sign it.
Right.
Sage, you don't have to be able to read it. It's just got to be the same every time.
Right.
Right. Just give a little authentication like certificate with it every time you sign one.
Oh, so
that's fun. The only way we know the real.
Are you gonna read that out loud?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's cute, Tina.
Every Halloween for the past 50 years, I've gone to the graveyard to read the gravestones out loud to speak the names of the dead. Some people haven't heard their names spoken for hundreds of years, and it's one of my favorite. That's really cool.
I love that. Well, because there's that, you know, old wives' tale or whatever legend that, you know, you have two deaths, and one is when you actually die, and the second one is when people stop saying your name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You are the coolest. Oh, gosh. I love it. Hey, Patience.
Stay cool. See you in the spring.
Yeah. And we used to always write KIT, like K.I.T. because we were too cool to write keep in touch.
Oh yeah.
So I watched a TikTok where a girl did a MASH thing. That might be too.
Yeah,
Did you
Lori
guys
has
do
the
MASH
autograph.
things? That might be girly. I don't know. I don't think
The
guys do
what?
that.
I didn't even get a yearbook. Did you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every year.
Oh yeah, I never
All
got
4
one.
years.
I get them for my kids every year too.
Yeah, I never got one.
And I see patients. It's a hibernation season, so when it gets above 65, I'll come see you guys.
Yeah, right.
I can't do it. Even the heated vest doesn't cut it anymore.
Does it?
No.
It doesn't. It doesn't do it, man. It's like that thing's gonna die before I'm ready to go.
Right. And plus, I feel like when you're investigating in the summertime, like you have shorts and a t-shirt on, like I feel like the spirits could be like hitting you and you don't even feel it because you have so many layers on. Because you know how when you're like, you can't feel if there's like a cold spot, you can't feel anything. And then plus, I met this team at the seminary and the lady was talking to me. She was like some super smart scientist. And she was telling me that she purposely goes to places when it's super cold because she has a theory because electrons and whatever energy moves slower in the winter or in the cold. When you heat something up,
right,
the electrons and everything move super fast. So in the wintertime, she's like, I genuinely believe that they have less energy and they can't move as quickly and they can't do as much. They can't like knock things over,
You know what? I am buying into her theory, and that's exactly why I don't do anything in the wintertime.
Just giving them a break because I know it takes a lot of energy.
Well,
yeah, we're actually doing it for the ghost. Yeah. We don't want to make them overexertion.
Because we're not selfish.
Yeah.
Well, we talk a lot about like static electricity,
right?
When we paranormal investigate, and that's so amped up when it's really cold. I mean, so I could see where that'd be. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good theory. I like that.
It's a really good theory. Your theory is the opposite. I mean, I do remember learning in science class, like when things heat up, they're moving really quickly. I want to see them knock things over.
You better go in the summertime then.
Right. Wait till it's summertime. I always say that, like, we'll be doing an investigation and I'll be like, could you move the rocking horse or whatever, like see if you can kick that ball to me or whatever. And then I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do if it actually starts rolling towards me? Like I'm gonna freak out. So I like ask the question and then I immediately like in my head I'm like, okay, if it happens, don't run away because you asked for this, But I don't know why I ask for it every time.
Because you want to see it, but you don't.
Right. I have seen the rocking horse move.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then we saw the door move at Madison. The door closed on you.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice. One time with me and Bradley, and the second time with you, right on key too. Because right as my daughter said, "Could you close the door?" Even though
the closet door, she even said,
"Yeah." She was talking about Sarah's room, but we were in the room across the hallway, and our door closed on me. I remember the look on my sister, my daughter's face, Piper, because she was like that. There's that cutout window there.
Yeah.
And she was hanging on the other side watching. She's like, "Holy shit!" And she's very skeptical. She's like the skeptical kid. She says she believes in it, but she doesn't think that everything is paranormal.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. No, you can't, man. You can't. It's hard. Because like you have to like be able to be comfortable and like so you can observe. But I'm like this, like trying to like stay warm and you're moving around and you're like not paying attention to anything. It is hard.
And plus, like, a lot of the way that I investigate is just, like, picking up on feelings that I'm having, whether I'm feeling, like,
Right.
nauseous or feeling dizzy or,
Yeah.
whatever, like, I that's what I pick up on when I go into a
Yeah.
place, but if I'm just freezing cold and all I can think about is, like, shivering
Being
and, I
cold.
can't wait to go home, I'm not gonna pick up
Right.
on anything.
Right. Yeah, you can't feel cold spots. It doesn't matter, like, the hair on your
Yeah,
arm
right?
is already standing straight up
Yeah.
or it's covered by 5 layers. It's just like you got the armor on and it's blocking all the sensitivity that you normally
Yeah.
have.
Holly, it's funny because people either, like, they love it or hate it. I know a lot of people that don't like it.
Sarah's
It's
room didn't
actually
bother me until you put the long gone doll in there that has the trigger when the movement sensor. Don't
listen,
like that. Otherwise, it's pretty nice. I feel
that thing
comfortable in
sat
there.
there for over a year on that dresser,
Yeah.
and then someone apparently put batteries in it or turned it on. I had no idea that it talked and jumped up and down.
Oh shit.
And I'm just, like, investigating. I had a group in
Yeah.
there, we're investigating. All of a sudden, it starts, like, giggling and jumping up and down, and I was like, I was like, "That doesn't do that." But apparently it
Yeah.
does. Somebody should tell somebody.
That's the first time I got it's the first time I used the Xbox cam, and that's when we got the first like actual footage of something in there.
Mhm.
We had amazing now I can't think dowsing rod sessions in there
Yeah.
with Amber and everybody. It was fun.
We had an amazing flashlight session in there, and I will go to my grave 100% believing in Maglite flashlights because of this session. And I don't care what anybody tells me about, "Oh, it's just whatever." I don't care. Because what happened in there was, like, we had 3 of them. They were 3 separate colors, red one, blue one, black one, and we sat there
Yeah.
for 20 minutes and said, "Can you turn the red one on?" The red one would
Yeah.
come on. "Can you turn the blue and the black one on?"
Right.
The blue and the black would come on. "Can you turn
Yeah.
off just the green or just the black one?" And
Right.
it was doing that on command for
Right.
20 minutes. So I
See,
will
that
never
makes
I don't care
sense.
what people
Yeah.
tell me. I've seen it.
Something like that that validates what it is, but I mean, I'm skeptical of people who just use one.
Right.
Because that could be anything. I mean, unless
Right.
it's like a response, like every
Yeah.
time, like
Yeah.
right away. We used them at we had them set up at oh shoot when I went to Trans Allegheny, and we had them set from the entrance. We had like 5 of them, like set all the way down to almost the end of the hallway,
Mhm.
and they were like asking, like, "Hey, could you come to the third one and stand by it?" And like the third one would go on.
Yeah.
And, like, could you walk up and down the hallway and turn them all on and off? And like so it boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom.
See?
Yeah. It was pretty crazy stuff. What was that last one?
Holly had a really bad experience in
Oh,
Sarah's room. She broke down in tears when she went, to MadCon.
really?
Yeah. She said something made her cry and she couldn't explain it.
Huh.
Um, yeah, we have a lot of people that, like,
Interesting.
as soon as they go over the threshold, they're nauseous, they're dizzy, their
Yeah.
emotions are out of whack.
Yeah. The only place I really like have had negative experiences are obviously in the attic and then on the
Yeah.
cottage side. And then every time I go into the Civil War side, I'm like, something happens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. Like, I could go up those stairs on the cottage side and I could go up 2 flights and 3 flights and I'm out of breath. But when I go
Right.
up the Civil War side, I'm like,
It's like a flight and a half, and I have
yeah,
to
it's like I'm
I have
like
to
it's
take,
so
like, 2 minutes
heavy. Right,
before a tour. I'm, like, leaning on the wall,
right.
and I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
"Hang on."
Yeah, just 1 second. I gotta. Anybody have oxygen? I need some oxygen,
But
please.
so we used to think that was, like, super weird because everybody experiences that, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just literally just 1.5 it's 1 flight of stairs plus 5 more. And we did find some doctor records from the building, and a
Mhm.
lot of women died of pneumonia
Really?
because, yeah, they would go
Wow.
to the doctor and they would complain that they were too cold and that they were having a hard time breathing because it was so cold. And the doctor literally advised them to wear more clothes when they go to sleep. That was it. Not like,
What?
okay, hey, we'll turn the heat up. Like nothing. It was
Put some more clothes on.
more clothes on. Layer up.
Hey, shut up. Just go to bed.
Yeah.
I have climbed those stairs many, many times during MadCons because Lincoln likes to go up and down them, up and down them.
Yeah, and I've seen you when you walk out of that place. You look like you're ready to go home and go to bed.
Yes.
Or be carried out on a stretcher.
Exhausting.
That's about it too. Yeah.
Yeah. I have never been so tired and in pain as the night we did Dark Alley did the it was like when he first started the flashlight tours.
Oh.
It was like us, and we were just the whole building constantly one after the other, just in and out and in and out.
We were going out the nursery side or the laundry room side.
Yeah, we were coming out of the laundry room. Yeah, that was crazy.
That's trick-or-treating too.
Oh yeah, that's how they do it.
We just go super quick, but I take the kids all the way up and then we go all the way down out the laundry room side, come back to the lobby, immediately take another tour up.
Yeah.
Luckily it's only a few hours though.
Yeah, Darren said it happened during Denise's tour up in the psych ward.
This is the theme. Don't take one of my tours, apparently.
Well, it was like one of the MadCons or one of the events. We had a friend of ours. She was taking photos, and I took her up in the attic myself, and she broke down when she got up there.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh my gosh, this is so heavy. I can hardly breathe. I have all this emotion hitting me.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on." She was so like just soaking up that whatever energy she was feeling.
That attic can smack you in the face sometimes.
Oh yeah.
It really can. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how many times you've been there.
Nope. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it doesn't have any effect, but sometimes you walk up there and it's just like, we're going tonight.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I agree. And I always tell people on tours, like, you don't have to be a psychic or an empath or anything to be able to tell that part of the building is way different than the rest of it.
Yeah, you feel that.
The whole building's creepy, obviously, especially like flashlight tours. You're walking around in the dark, whatever. The whole building's creepy, but when you get up there, it's a different kind of creepy because you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the day, it's just a room, a floor, an old floor that's hot.
Right.
But when it's nighttime, it takes on a whole different meaning.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like it depends who.
Even in the daytime, it's still fucked up.
Yeah.
I get scared all the time. I just didn't want to say that.
No, man.
Like, oh yeah, it's totally fine during the day. I could go up there by myself.
I heard that freaking ladder move by itself once when I was up there.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that. That's right.
Nope.
Now during the day, everybody's out there getting pizza. But I had to wait, like I said, that obligatory 5 minutes that showed that I wasn't scared, and then I went downstairs.
Yeah, no. Heard some crazy stuff. It's just a weird.
No, you don't have to have any kind of psychic ability or anything to feel that upstairs.
Yeah. It's something else.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that one's creepy. Yeah.
For me, it's the room and the Civil War side with the table and chairs.
The dining room table.
Yeah. Something always weird happens to me when I'm in there. And then, like I said, the attic, something always fucks with me. I just like a freaking sponge when I'm up there.
I don't know what the story is, Lori. Obviously we have like no records of the building. And anything that we have found, nothing's been like, room numbers or anything that's helpful. So I don't know. We were messing around up in the attic, in the Civil War attic one time. It was Mad Crew, so we were supposed to be doing a ghost hunt, but really we're like looking at the building and looking between the floorboards and all this stuff. And we actually found a prescription medicine bottle that
Oh,
was
wow.
from the doctor that we have on record of being the doctor for the building. And it was
That is
like
sweet.
just a clear glass bottle that would have had a cork in the top of it, and it
Yeah.
had his name on it. It was so cool. But we found it like tucked in the floorboards of the attic.
That's
No
crazy.
kidding.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
crazy.
that shit. I love
Right?
that shit. Yeah.
I bought one of those cameras that the like plumbers and stuff use. That's
Right.
like just a
Oh,
pinhole
yeah.
camera with a
Yeah,
super
yeah, I
long
remember
thing.
that.
I bought one of
That's
those so I can
awesome.
look in the floorboards, but my kids broke it.
Remember
Who
John
knows?
Zaffis found something up there when they did their stupid episode of Haunted Collector. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's like a hole in the floor. I can't remember what he even found. It was like,
No, that was at the Emmett house.
No, it was
He found the
oh,
thing in the
yours-
ceiling at Madison.
yeah.
it was in the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
ceiling.
Or the
Alright.
wall
Ohio
ceiling,
Cottage.
yeah. But Emmett house was the floor, I think.
That was Hucklebuckle.
Yeah. That's where he found that salt or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
It's like the whole episode. I mean, it was just based off this. Like they put dry ice with the hole in the room with the hole, and it was like swirling down to the hole. But I'm like, that's just physics. I mean, that's what would happen. That's where the air is flowing.
That's the way it's gonna go.
Right. I mean, it's going to get sucked down that hole because there's all that air getting drawn down. But yeah, I don't know. John Zaffis himself is a nice guy. So is Brian Cano, so.
I was just gonna say, so for anyone who doesn't know me, I actually don't watch like scary movies. I don't watch ghost hunting shows. I don't watch any of that stuff because it scares me. So we were at a Potographs event and we're like hanging out with John Zaffis like all weekend, you know, whatever. We're having a good time. And I was like, after 2 days, I'm like, oh my God, that's the guy who did that show? I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Brian Cano was on that show with him too. So like, yeah, they were both on it. But they're, I mean, separate from the shows, I mean, most of these, a lot of the people that we've met are pretty amazing people. Just really, I mean, John Zaffis super down to earth. I mean, it's just like
it was fun.
Yeah.
Well, see, I started to think about it that a lot of it is just entertainment, man.
Right. They're just doing their jobs.
And a lot of times they're just the name of the show.
Yeah.
They're the draw to get you to watch the show, and it's
well, I was even thinking about I was thinking about the other day, I was like, even Ghost Adventures. I was like, people like to watch it. It's entertainment.
Right.
If you take it seriously, that's up to you. But
if you like are watching it to gain knowledge on paranormal investigations, you're doing it wrong.
Right. Now you watching it for entertainment?
Right.
But that's why I just started thinking about that. I was like, I shouldn't be cutting on people for watching that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't cut on people for watching it. There's every once in a while I'll just decide to watch an episode just to sit there and because I feel like yelling at the TV for an hour.
Who cares? You know what I mean? Who cares?
Right. I like seeing if I just like seeing the places they go to.
I like the old Ghost Adventures. I'm just like I can never like go with Nick and Aaron. That's.
See, again, I like Nick Groff as a person. I don't.
Yeah.
I never watched any shows though.
Yep. Yeah, the shows, if people are just watching them for, like you said, entertainment, no big deal.
And plus, like, I hate to see people compare the shows. Like, some of them are out there to teach you things, to explore, to learn new things, to try new techniques, whatever. You definitely can't compare that to what Zach Baggins does. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to do that because they're not the same.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. It's like watching, I don't know, a documentary about something and then like some hyped up Hollywood version of something. Like they're going to be different. Yeah, they might kind of be about the same thing, but
there's going to be some embellished parts in the Hollywood version.
Right.
There's going to be a little bit of a expanding on some things.
Yeah.
Documentary.
Nancy wants to know right. Nancy wants to know what we think about Paranormal Caught on Camera.
See, I don't watch the shows either.
I
don't watch
only
shows.
watched it a couple times because I was forced, but
it's entertaining, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I mean again, it's the regular paranormal celebrities that are analyzing these photos, and it's always paranormal, no matter
yeah.
what.
I
I
see,
mean,
and
and
that's what I
Brian
kind of
again,
like
Brian
about it.
Kane was on that. Yeah.
They just like put this out and they're like, nobody ever questions it. They're like, oh my gosh, look at this demon crawling up the wall. Like
Yeah.
they don't ever like,
Yeah.
I don't know, try to debunk it.
And these people kind of give you like a historical background of this creature, and this is why this happens, and
I
this
love it.
obviously is real footage.
But again, I feel like there should be a disclaimer at the bottom, like this is entertainment only. Like
the aliens that I keep trying to cause issues with.
What?
I think there's
Like the 9-foot aliens.
Yeah.
I feel bad. There's entertainment.
Well, no, it's fun. Like I've binge watched that with my youngest. She loves that show. She just because it's just easy to watch because it's like footage after footage. Just like it's no different than me sitting on TikTok and like searching paranormal videos.
Right.
It's really the same thing.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I just think it's more entertaining when you see all these.
I mean,
yeah, it's just more entertaining to me when you see the paranormal celebrities trying to like make you buy the fact that it's actually like it's got to be paranormal, right? This is why it's paranormal. Oh, it's definitely.
But it's basically Heisenberg is basically just like footage that people have captured all over the world and they just like assess the video. It's not like
they don't assess, okay? They just agree and push the narrative. That's what they do. Yeah, like any Sasquatch video, no matter what, how grainy and whatever.
I'm here
obviously,
for it.
It looks like it's probably a 10-foot male.
Yeah,
no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? How do you know?
And they're like, you could tell that it's probably between 3 and 5 years old going off of this.
Yeah,
like,
and if you look right at the bottom, there seems to be a Sasquatch child. I'm like,
right?
There's always a child.
Yeah.
Child 2 trailing behind.
People like catching Mothman on video and just all kinds of stuff.
I didn't see that one.
No.
I did not see that one.
I used to watch The Haunting, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I think that one freaked me out, and I just stopped watching it because there was this one. I still remember an old lady sitting in a rocking chair, just looking at with this weird face, man. And I'll see it every once in a while in my garage. I'm like, shit.
Oh my gosh.
The first show I remember was like always on at like 2:00 in the morning. And it was those British people. Like one guy was a psychic, and like there's this blonde lady. And it was always just like them standing in a circle with the IR cameras like right at their faces. And, he'd be like, reading all this stuff and feeling all this stuff. And then like you'd hear a noise and they'd all start like running around going crazy. But they were always in like castles and like these historical places in like England and Scotland and Ireland, which
to watch.
I thought it was awesome. But then, then Ghost Hunters came out, 2 plumbers who started investigating the paranormal, and at first it was really fun and to watch and cool. I mean, it was like they're like helping people and they're like
I loved Ghost Hunters.
Cases. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I loved Ghost Hunters.
But then like before you know it, like Ghost Adventures comes out and then Ghost Hunters tries to change its
everything changed.
Ghost Hunters changes its formula and like tries to mimic or with Ghost Adventures, and it just didn't work out.
But I used to really Ghost Hunters was the show that I started watching that made me like that one,
right.
That I was like, oh, I could do this. So, and I loved that show. And then they just started as you start, like they said, as they keep going, you're like,
right. I did like the one where there was they were in a lighthouse, and then the other one that like totally freaked me out was when they put down a flashlight and they were like, apparently you could just leave it barely off and they can use it to communicate. And he's like, if you're here, can you turn on that flashlight? And the flashlight came on, and which it probably came on like 20 minutes later, but they just edited it to be like right afterwards. But I'm like sitting in my living room like, what? Did you see that? The flashlight came on.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was doing. I was like, holy shit.
Right? It's just wild.
I used to like Paranormal State too.
I love Paranormal State.
Yeah.
I really hate what happened with Ryan, and I think he's on the mend.
But yeah, I love Paranormal State too.
I mean, hey, that's where we met.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah, they caught that on camera. That was funny.
I did not see that live.
My favorite one was the one where like Jason or whatever would stay on the downstairs and Grant would be upstairs and they would try to communicate that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, it was.
Like fucked up.
I don't think it was much longer after like it originally came out that I like stopped.
Yeah.
Watching.
It was right like what Ray said. When Ghost Adventures came out and everybody started trying to do that. Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I'll watch stuff if like people I know are on it, but that's pretty much it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying like the ones for the major networks.
Yeah.
Are just for entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I grew up. I mean, not grow up, but that's where I wanted to be. That's where I wanted to start. Was those shows?
Right.
Yeah, there's some really good Yeah, I enjoy some of the underground shows, the documentaries. There's this one show I can't remember what
Resident
Dead people. What is it called?
Resident.
Some guy that likes to flex at the ghosts. I don't know what's his.
Daddy.
Resident Undead.
Resident Evil.
Resident Undead. Resident Evil. That's what.
Wait. Nancy, my aunt in Florida, texted me to say, "There's a building in your town that's super haunted," and I was like, "I know." She said she saw it on America's Most Terrifying Places, and I was like, "Yeah, I should try to go there sometime." That's right.
Hello.
I can't. It's so funny. What's up, Trey from Alabama?
Bama.
But yeah, she told me that I should go visit that place sometime. I was like, I'll do that. I'll see if I can look it up and find out how to get there.
Oh, too far. Too far away.
A little far.
Yeah.
If it was just 10 seconds down the road, maybe, but not. It's 15. So
right. Yeah, it's a bit far.
Yeah, it's definitely getting colder, but it's getting warmer, but it's about to snow a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Is it getting warmer?
In Ohio, and it's
I mean, it's like in the 20s.
I guess that is pretty warm for what it was. I don't know.
25 right now.
It's gonna get a lot worse, though.
Yeah. But all right. Well, it's about that time, crypto heads.
And I'm gonna put this disclaimer out there.
Okay.
I do believe there's aliens.
Okay.
But 9-foot ones in Miami.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take it. That's fair.
Yeah, I'll go with
that. I'm going to go ahead and plug that I'm going to be on the Paranormal Voice next. It's on the 23rd. I think that's Tuesday. So we got that coming up, and we do have a special guest for next week that I lined up.
Nice.
We're going to have Miss Lauren Hellickson coming on. Lauren Hans. She's an amazing investigator. She makes the craziest, coolest looking REM pods.
I know. I meant to sign up for that class.
Yeah, she does classes, workshops. We're gonna have her on the show. Get to know her. She's we're starting to see her everywhere. Love her to death.
Yeah.
got to know her. I didn't actually get to talk to her at MadCon, but like I've been getting to know her through Facebook and social media. So I'm excited to have her on. So she'll be on next Thursday night.
I was dreading that bologna sandwich all of MadCon. I don't think I talked to anybody.
I just kept you saw wandering off, just like
I don't think I talked to anybody except Holly.
I rang that bell.
Damn it, Holly!
I ruined your. Yeah, it was fun. I liked it.
It was.
Think of all the good it did.
Yeah, it was fun, and at least I didn't have to eat the Oscar Mayer kind. I am so glad that it was the real kind. To be honest with you.
Right. Yeah. Oh, she also writes short stories. I think she does have a book out, actually. We'll get to know all about her and find out about her next week. I'm looking forward to that. It's been a while. Hopefully you can remember how to act with like guests on the show.
I know I'm gonna have to tone it down.
It's gonna be weird.
Right. But it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yep. All right, crypto heads. That's that. Please, this weekend, there's so much crap coming. And I think most of you that are watching tonight are probably in an affected area, even if you're not. Just be careful out there, please.
And also, like, if you want pizza, fucking Google a recipe for pizza. Don't make some 16-year-old kid drive you some pizza, okay?
Right.
Just
do it.
That's pizza. It'll be like... And I was once, and you know why? Because I was once that 18 or 19-year-old kid that did it. So they can all kiss my ass.
And if you do, then at least tip them very well.
Yes, there you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. But I mean, it gets to a point they're not going to let anybody out.
Yeah.
And if you want to say a few prayers for me, I'm going to be on call all weekend driving an icicle on.
Yeah, I think we should all be watching out for Ray.
Yes. Top priority.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes, priority.
All right, crypto heads, we love you. Have a good and safe and warm weekend. D.
And don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. We love you guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.